Hello everyone and welcome finally to the intermediate playlist. In this series we'll be working with the English file 4th edition textbook. A new playlist, a new level, a new challenge. Here you will learn English with me and think of me as your guide. I'll help you work through the textbook step by step. And trust me, I'm doing my best to make this English learning journey as smooth and comfortable as possible for you. By the way, today's video is an introduction to the course. First, we'll talk a little bit about what the intermediate level is all about. Then we will do a couple of grammar exercises to refresh what we covered in the pre-intermediate playlist. Oh, and I also have some news and updates to share. That's why I decided to start with this intro video instead of jumping straight into Unit 1. Now, speaking of structure, this course won't be too different from the previous English file courses. The format stays the same. But there is one new thing I'll try to add. Since many of my viewers are Russian speakers, and some of you mentioned that it's hard to understand grammar explanations just in English, I will include an extra part. After I go through the rules in English, I'll cover them again in Russian with some extra comments and examples. And if you don't need the Russian part, no problem, just skip ahead, yeah? And go further. Anyway, 90% of the course is in English. Only some vocabulary translations, audio scripts, and workbook tasks will have Russian explanations. Speaking of the workbook tasks, I upload those separately on different platforms, where you can also support my work if you'd like to. Think of it as a, little thank you for those who choose to support the channel. I hope that makes sense and you're okay with that. And I think one more thing. I'll be speaking a little bit faster than in the previous playlists because, well, this is intermediate level. You need a bit of a challenge to push yourself further. But don't worry, I'll still use simple words as much as possible so you can easily understand me. My goal is to teach you, not to show off or sound cool for somebody. I just want these lessons to be helpful and comfortable for you. Okay, now I think let's get to the point. When you reach the intermediate level, you might feel a little strange. After finishing pre-intermediate, you know some grammar, but you start forgetting things because your brain is full of new information. You can have, simple conversations, but it feels like it's not enough. You might even feel a little sad about it. What comes to reading? Yeah, it's easier now, but vocabulary feels endless. Every text, every audio has new words for you, and that can be frustrating. It might seem like no matter how much you study, it's never enough, especially with listening. For example, you probably understand me easily, but the audios in this course, they are not easy. I'll warn you now. So, what can you do? Just calm down, take a breath, and tell yourself, I just need to keep working, keep learning. Maybe it takes 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, it doesn't matter. One day, I will speak fluently, read books, and understand everything I want. I just need to stay calm and keep going. Repeat this to yourself sometimes, it'll help. Oh, and one more thing. Some of my students say, I did the listening task, but I had to listen 5 or 7 times. That means I failed, right? No. Actually, this is the best way to learn. All textbooks work the same way. The difficulty increases and sometimes you need to try many times. It's completely okay to listen multiple times or even redo tasks the next day if you're struggling, have difficulties with it. That is how you improve. And one more thing. Listen, this course isn't actually that difficult. That is why we all love English File. It's made for people who need revision and practice. But if you ever feel stuck, here's my advice. Find a book to read and a podcast to listen to. I mentioned this at the start of the pre-intermediate playlist, and I'll say it again. Extra reading and extra listening is always good for your English. If you have some free time, add a little extra practice. It helps. Now, let's talk about speaking. Oh, the painful part, right? Here's the truth. Your speaking will always feel behind your current level. Finish elementary, you'll speak like a beginner. Finish pre-intermediate, you'll speak like an elementary student, and so on. Why? Because speaking always needs feedback. It's very hard to master it on your own, unfortunately, but you can at least prepare. Like practice alone, imagine different situations where you need to speak, or just talk to yourself. It builds confidence and helps you react faster in real conversations. If you want kind of real speaking practice, you'll need to find some opportunities for it. For example, a tutor, a teacher that can talk to you personally, or speaking clubs, yeah? Maybe some language exchange apps can help, or pen pals, some people that you can text to and speak to, like texting or voice messages, for example, and AI tools like DeepSeek and ChatGPT and so on. Now, I think it's a new era of learning, so feel free to use these tools. Sometimes writing is much harder than speaking, and if you're able to write things clearly, I think it will help you speak in the future. I know speaking isn't easy, but that's how it works. I hope you find a way to practice. Now, let's do some exercises, finally. These aren't in your textbook, they're from the teacher's book, so you can't find them, but they are perfect to start with. You'll see a grammar test. I'm sure you've done these before. There are 20 points, and question number 1 is already done for you. To make it easier, I will split the test into parts so you can see it clearly on your screen. So, how everything works, how it works. Number 1, try to solve the task yourself, yeah? Number 2, the screenshot stays for 10 seconds. I think it's enough time to pause, click the spacebar or tap your screen. Then comes a warning. After 5 seconds, the answer appears. And then I will explain everything. That's a simple method how it works. You'll watch me do the test after that. Good luck with your first intermediate task. Now let's have a look at the answers. Let's do the test together. Number 1. Okay, I think near each unit, no, not unit, near each point, I think, I will add the name of the topic. For example, this one is present simple. If you know how present simple works, I think it will be easy for you to choose. Because my sister is she, with she we use in negative sentences auxiliary verb doesn't, So it's my sister doesn't have a car. That's the only correct answer here. Next is this one, number 2. It's also present simple. So, and Mr. S. Roberts, he, with he, she, it, if you remember, we use does. Does Mr. S. Roberts live here? Next is, guess what? It's present simple, yeah. Here we go again. But a positive sentence. My dad is he, and in these situations, when we use he, she, it, not when there are pronouns like he, she, it, we add to the verb the end s. So, my dad teaches at the university. So, if you know how present simple works, I think these 3 won't be a problem for you. Next stuff. Number 4. This one is, this stands present continuous for plans or, for plans and for future arrangements. This topic, present continuous for future arrangements. So, if you want, you can revise this topic. And we use just usual present continuous. I'm going to the cinema with Kate tonight. I've bought the tickets. Everything has been already arranged, so it's a plan or future arrangement with present continuous. Next is number 5. Here is just past simple. This tense. So if you remember, we need to use the second form of a regular verb. Fly is a regular verb. We use flew here. Remember that's how it works, I hope. It's kind of fly, flew, flown. Here, in past simple, we need the second form, flew. I flew back from New York this morning. That's all here. Number 6. Again, it's a kind of past simple, negative sentence. Here we just use auxiliary verb didn't plus the word without any changes. He didn't enjoy the holiday very much. Next up, number 7. Oh, that's a strange topic. It is called like past simple versus past continuous. Continuous. This topic, you can cover it again. So, when one action is in the progress, or was in the progress, the second action just happened. So, I was having a shower, so I was in the process, I was in the progress, when the water stopped working. It is past simple, and it is past continuous. Next is, I'm thirsty. Here, this topic is kind of will and shall for offers, predictions. I hope you remember that we kind of covered it in one topic. I think there were 2 lessons which were dedicated to will and shall. Kind of, I'm thirsty. Shall I get you a drink? If you want to offer something to someone, you use shall. Shall I help you? Shall I get you a drink? Shall I carry your suitcase? And so on. And this one. Next stuff. This topic, it's will for predictions. So with predictions, we use will. And if I have a new phone, I'm sure you will lose it, just like your last one. Here's the case. Number 10. Would you like something to eat? No, thanks. It is this topic, kind of present perfect. Present perfect with these 3 words. Yet, just, already. So present perfect with yes, just, already. Would you like something to eat? No, thanks. I have already had lunch. This one is the correct option or answer. Number 11. Here is just have you ever questions. Look, it is present perfect. Present perfect, have you ever? And so on. You can cover it again, you can check it again, this topic. But anyway, we're going to revise it later during the intermediate course, of course. Have you ever been to Paris? That's the only correct answer here. Next is the traffic is. It's just comparatives or comparative adjectives. Here it's an irregular one. Do you remember that? Good, better, the best, bad, worse, the worst. So here we need this one, worse. Number 13. Here is this structure. As plus adjective plus as. Also a comparative one. Apple juice isn't as healthy as orange juice. The answer is A. Number 14. What this one? It is the second conditional. Conditional. You can check it again. It's all about hypothetical situations, not real situations. Like, what would you do if there was a snake in your room? So, one half of the sentence comes with would, and after if we use past simple in the second conditional. Next is this one. This one is the first conditional. The first conditional sentences. So here we use after if present simple, and the other half of the sentence comes with will. I'll catch the 6 o'clock train if I finish, just usual present simple, work early. The second conditional about hypothetical situations, the first conditional about real situations. I hope you also remember this. Next is this one. You drive much more slowly than me. Here it's an adverb, slowly, so do something slowly. Here you can refresh it by revising this topic, kind of adverbs and comparative. So, how to compare adverbs? Not adjectives, but adverbs. Actually, here is this kind of an easy rule, not rule, but an easy thing to remember, that if a word ends with L and Y, and if you want to compare, you use more, like more slowly, more quickly, more easily, and so on. Okay. Next is this one. It is also the second conditional. The second conditional. And here just a phrase to remember. You need to remember that if you want to say that if I were you, I'd look for a new job, or if I were you, I would look for a new job, here is the only correct answer. It's about the second conditional. We discussed it, by the way. Okay, next is this one. My bike, it's passive, past simple. Past simple passive. My bike was stolen last week. We use was the plus kind of past participle, or the third form of the verb. Okay, next is this one. We were too late when we arrived at the station. The train had already left. This topic is called past perfect. We use past perfect when we want to show that the action had happened before the other actions. So it was the first action in the row. Like, when we arrived, the train had already left. And the last one. It is just reported speech. This one, reported speech. Liam told Alice that he loved her. What did Liam actually say? He said, I love you. And we report, Liam told Alice that he loved her. So we change present tenses to past tenses. Will we change to would, can to could. I hope you remember about the reported speech either. Okay, that was the test. I hope I helped you to refresh some memory, and you could check your answers as well. But we have one more task for today, so let's move on. Let's move on to the next task. Don't make these mistakes. Look at the bold phrases. They are darker than the rest of the text, bold phrases. Each one has a number from 1 to 21, and each one contains a mistake. Your job is to find and correct them. Try to remember that you learned in the pre-intermediate playlist. I've split these into 3 parts, so it's easier to see on your screen. Don't forget about that. Now, good luck. Try to complete these tasks, then check yourself. So let's correct the mistakes here. My name's Roberta. I am 32 years old. So I think it's a simple structure in English. I am 15 years old, she's 29 years old, and so on. When we want to talk about someone's age, we use the verb to be plus kind of number of years this person is. So I am 32 years old and I'm from Chile. I'm born in Santiago. Here is a strange, but this person, I was born in Santiago. Was born or were born, I think you need just to remember this structure. I was born in Santiago, which is a beautiful city, and there all my life. Yeah, look, it means he started living there and he's still living there. Here we need the present perfect. I've lived there all my life. I'm married, and here, it's a possessive case, of course. Here we need to say my wife's name is Emilia. Just to show name of my wife. My wife's name is Emilia. She's from Santiago, too. We don't have some children. No, it's a negative sentence. Here we should use or must use any. We don't have any children. So we use some only in positive sentences. We don't have any children. We live with Emilia's parents in their flat, and I get them on with very well. No. These can't be separated in this phrasal verbs. I get on with them very well. Kind of get on with. So you can't separate this phrasal verb. I get on with them very well. But we'd like having what? No. This structure would like to do something. We would like to have. So I can of course use shortened version like we'd like to have, but I will put it like this. We would like to have, not having here, our own place with a spare room for friends to stay. Now, you see, at the moment, right now, so we need to use present continuous. We are looking for a flat at the moment. We are looking for a flat at the moment. I work for a financial company and Emilia is translator. Here you could be very confused, like, what's wrong with it? Yes, because when we speak about professions, we need articles. Emilia is a translator. Remember, I'm a teacher, she's a doctor, and here is Emilia is a translator. We need an article before the profession word. We both work very hardly. No. Work hard. It's a kind of a regular phrase. Work very hard. There are some adverbs that don't change, like hard, or early, or fast. So it's a regular version. Often 10 hours a day, but luckily we don't have to do any housework. Here is a structure, have to do something or has to do something. We don't have to do any housework. It's like, we don't have to do any housework. We don't need it. Emili's parents are retired, so they look the house after. Again, why after the end? So they look after the house. This phrasal verb isn't separable at all. They look after the house. I don't have many free time. Free time is uncountable. Time is uncountable, so we must use much. I don't have much free time. Number 14. I enjoy to do sport. Here we have an infinitive, but we need gerund here. Enjoy doing something. Remember, like doing, hate swimming, and so on. Enjoy doing. We try to learn such words after which we use only gerunds. I often go running in the park near the flat. I used to play tennis. Here is the structure used to do something. I used to play tennis. So that was a mistake. But now I have a full-time job. I don't have time enough. Now we use I don't have enough time. We use the word enough before nouns. Enough time. I'm learning English because I need it for my job. My writing is okay, but I want to get better at speaking. Want to do something. After want, we need to use infinitive. I want to get better at speaking. I have to speak into a lot of clients. Again, this structure have to do something. So I have to speak. I have to speak to a lot of clients in English. And I make often mistakes. Adverbs of frequency. We put them before a verb in a sentence. I often make mistakes. I often make mistakes. Next summer, I'm going to go to the UK. Here we need, or not, we need, it just am is omitted or missed. I am going to go to the UK. This structure to be going to, am is are plus going to. I'm going to go to the UK, maybe to London or Edinburgh. 21. Look, after prepositions we use gerunds. For doing a business English course. For doing it. So, of course, you can say maybe to London or Edinburgh to do a business English course. It's kind of okay. But after prepositions, we use gerunds. For doing a business English course. Oh, hooray. I think the task is finished. Now it's time to move on. So, how did you do? If you got most of them right, great job. If not, don't worry, we'll review all of these during the course one more time. Nobody's perfect. You're here to learn, and that's what matters. I hope this gives you some motivation to keep pushing yourself forward. And look, if you're still watching, I know these lessons are important to you, so I want to be honest about something. This time it might take me longer to finish the course. A lot has changed in my life since last year, and I probably can't release videos every week like before. I remember when I started the beginner playlist, everyone immediately asked for elementary. Then when I made elementary, everyone wanted pre-intermediate and so on. I know it might seem like I'm working too slowly, but trust me, these lessons aren't easy to make, especially because I'm not a native speaker of English either, just like you. I've been learning English as a second language, and I started learning when I was 20. And that actually helps me teach better because I remember how confusing, difficult, and strange everything felt at first. But it also means I have to double-check a lot of things while making these lessons, which takes a lot of time. So, please, don't be angry with me or don't be upset if I can't upload every week. Believe me, I'm doing my best. But if I rush, if I do everything quickly, the videos would feel empty and robotic. I want them to be good with real effort and a little bit of my soul inside. And yeah, this is a new chapter. for you and for me. And I think I must say it, a huge thank you for all your support, whether it's likes, comments, sharing, or donations. It means so much and helps me keep going. And I'm really proud of what we've done so far, and I hope you're proud of your progress too. And one more thing, I think let's have a chat in the comments. Like, can you answer one of these questions? How are you feeling about your English right now? What do you expect from this course? Are you doing any extra practice? And how do you feel kind of learning from a non-native speaker? Does it bother you or is it okay? Let me know in the comment section. Also, don't forget to join my Telegram channel, link below. So thank you a lot for sticking with me all these years. I hope you will love the intermediate playlist. No goodbyes, just see you in Unit 1. I'm already working on it. I will upload it as soon as it's ready. Thank you one more time. Keep going. You're doing great.